Alrighty, so I was having some internet connections. I apologize to those folks. I was having internet connections, but we are back, folks. So, if you guys didn't catch everything, right now Pig is back on pole. So Pig is now on pole. Gonna try and get these streams out to everybody because we had some internet connections. Alrighty, so we are back, folks. So, just like I was saying, back in Season 1, Greco Draybird won this race. Actually, you know what? I can go through all of that during the cooldown and stuff like that. But, as it stands right now, Pig is on pole for this race. He got pole here back in Season 3, the race that TNE Hawk has won. So, the Monaco Grand Prix is a part of the Triple Crown of Motorsports. So this will be the race that everybody will be wanting to win. So far we already see quite a few drivers. Karab currently in P2 with X Breezy in P3, Speed King in P4, and KD in P5, Kiwi Bird King in P6, Publix in P7, Dillsack in P8, Knack in P9, and TNE Hawk right now in P10. So that is our current grid. We're going to go to Bossman and Cowboy Cause are on a lap, but right now Pig is your provisional pole leader right now. See how Cowboy Cause here does. And once again, to all those who are going to join us, I apologize, folks. We was having internet connections here. Don't know what exactly happened, so hopefully all the viewers are coming back. No, nobody is joining us back, as there was internet issues. But Cowboy Cause, he set a 111.7. How does Bossman do? What kind of time can Bossman get? He sets a 111.5. Atranak is currently out there on a hot lap. So we're going to go around to Dillsack here. See how he does. Hopefully we can try and get all our viewers back. But good lines there from Dillsack here. Let's see what he can do. Goes almost a little bit wide there. He currently with a 110. Surprisingly, Gunbuck with a 111.8. He does improve on his time. I believe that's Krab, but he is now on a hot lap. I believe that's Kiwi Bird King. He's trying to improve on his time. 6. Oh, great time there from Kiwi with a 109.2. How about Knack, though? He's going to come across the line with a 110.9. Publix just came across the line, and as I believe that is Hemi with a 109.3, which is good enough to put him into P3 right now. I believe that is Karab's teammate. Ooh, as he was going into the pits, but he got himself into the wall. How about TNE Hawk? Last year, Season 3, Monaco Grand Prix winner. As he will improve on his time, he will jump up a few spots and get himself up into P8. As Gunbuck with a great time there with a 109.26, good enough for P3. So Gunbuck was currently sitting in last place. Also, the only guy to not set a lap yet is Drew Yu, as he is going to try and get him some points. He has not gotten himself in the points since the Monaco GP race of Season 3. He became the second ever driver, along with Publix, to finish in the points and DNF. So Drew Yu and Publix do hold that distinct honor with each other. I believe that is Publix coming across the line, but his lap was invalidated. But it looks like everybody else is getting back into the pits. There is Knack, but his lap was invalidated. I imagine he's going to come into the pits. I think TNE Hawk is also going to come into the pits on this. Yes, he is. Gunbuck, I imagine, will be coming into the pits, as he just got done setting a lap. Yeah, so we are going to go back up to Pig. Currently down on his time by 4/100ths of a second. But Monaco, guys, this is one of the toughest places to pass. Ooh, purple sector there in Sector 2 for Snapper Pig, the current points leader. See what he can do here. Will he improve on his time? He's running in the 108s. It looks like he will improve on his time with the 108.5. I don't think anybody is really going to have a chance to take that pull time away from Pig, as he has some unreal pace here at Monaco. This is the only race he has. Besides winning at Le Mans, #1 overall, he has a Indy 500 win to his name. He is trying to add the Monaco GP to his name. As we were talking to him today, and he feels like he's cursed here. Like, he feels like he just cannot win this race, as this is the one race we all know that has eluded him throughout his whole entire career. He finished P2 here in Season 1. He did not race in Season 2, and then last year he finished in P2, as we all know, with that famous battle with TNE Hawk. So, can Snapper Pig finally break his string of bad luck and get a win here? Wonder who that is. That is Kill the Birdman out there in front of Speed King. So we're going to go to Kill the Birdman here, as he will be the one to be able to improve on his time. Let's see, what is Kill the Birdman going to do here? Yeah, we lost all of our viewers, which is pretty sad. So, alright, what does Kill the Birdman do? Can he improve on his time? Gonna go back up to Speed King, though. Oh no, he goes into the pits, but Kill the Birdman does improve on his time. Good enough to get himself up into P13. I believe that is Bossman currently out there on an out lap. TNE Hawk is also coming around, as he's also out there on an out lap. Where's KD? There is KD. Currently out there on a lap. Young Vicho still in the pits. That is Cowboy Kaz. As that is Gunbuck coming around the lap. Where's Kiwi Bird King? It looks like he did invalidate his time, so he's going to go back into the pits. So, watching Gunbuck here, what can he do? Can he improve on his time? But we do see a Mercedes of KD 1997 who has missed the last 2 races, and something has happened here. Don't know if he invalidated his time or not. Doesn't look like he did. I don't know what exactly happened there. Didn't look like he ran out of fuel, so interesting there from KD on why. I guess he's going to go for another lap here. So it looks like he will go for another lap. Going to go back up to Bossman here. He'll be next to get a lap done. Can he improve on his time to at least try and get up there into the top 10? Not enough to get himself into the top 10. How about TNE Hawk? It looked like he invalidated his time, so he's going to go back into the pit. So the Season 3 winner having a top day here in qualifying, as I believe that is Gunbuck. Going to go back up to Gunbuck, though. Can he get himself up into P2? And yes, he does! Gunbuck, second driver to get himself into the 108s. So great time there from Gunbuck with a 108.7. So great job there, as he still is trying to get a podium to his name. He still has not gotten a single UDL F1 podium in his career. Can today be the day Not only that, I mean, if he starts in P2, he could have a chance to win this race because everybody knows that Pig is not the best starter in the world, so that is something that drivers on those front 2 rows know that they have to take advantage of. Is Pig isn't the best at starts, so that is going to be something to watch for. Drew Yu still does not have a time on the board, so he's going to try and get a time out there as we see young Vicho there going up the hill. One of my favorite shots in this game on this track is that uphill shot. But, just like I was telling you guys, this is Monaco. This is the granddaddy of them all when it comes to UDL F1. Well, not just the United Drivers League, just in F1 in general. This is the race to win. This is the race that everybody who is driving an F1 car wants to win and have next to their name. This most prestigious track that is notorious for being so hard to pass. I mean, qualifying is basically the entire race in real life, as the race is the big one. I mean, no, qualifying that is the one to watch, as it's normally a train for the majority of the time. This was also the track, I believe, where the famous Trulli train line came from, where Jarno Trulli just stacked everybody behind him. But hey, Drew Yu, he does get a time on the board with a 111.103. I believe, is that Dilsek? No, that is Kill the Birdman on an outlap. Guys, we have a minute and 30 left to go in qualifying. This is it, folks. And you can see everybody is out here now trying to get a lap on, just trying to improve on their time. Hopefully there's no wrecks. So this is it, as a little bit of a shocker. Publix currently right now is in P12. Currently right now in P12. I believe that was X Breezy that said, screw it, I'm going to just go through here and get out of the way of all of these guys. As everyone wants to spread out from each other. Karab, his lap was invalidated, so his lap is not going to count. Can King improve on his lap? No, Speed King cannot improve on his lap. But here we go, folks. This is the time. With 40 seconds left in qualifying. Since I left the session, we are actually going to have an accurate time. So for these guys, this is legitimately... Oh, as we have a Williams in the wall. I believe that is Drew Yu in the swimming pool area. Hopefully his car doesn't mess anybody up. Gunbuck is into the pits. He's going to call it a day. How does Atronac do? He does improve on his time, but not enough to get himself up there. Cowboy Kaz did come across the line, so let's go find the others. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it, folks. It is time. Whatever time you're doing here, Dilsack is going to go into the pits and call it a day. So Dilsack will not have a chance. How about Karab, though? 109.3, but Speed King with a 109.1. What a great time there from Speed King. Publix, though, but his lap is invalidated. His lap is invalidated, so he will not have a chance. But how about Kiwi with a 108.7 to get himself up into P3? Pig, though, comes across the line. He does not improve on his time, but it's not like he needs to do enough anyway. I think the only guy left really to challenge is Birdman and Knack, but Knack already got a lap done. He's going to go for another lap here, but it's not going to be enough to get himself inside the top 10. But Snapper Pig will take pole at the Monaco Grand Prix for the second year in a row. So good job there from Snapper Pig, as he will get his 29th career pole to his name. But Gunbuck and Kiwi, both of them with 108s. So that is going to be something to watch for. Gunbuck, if this is the race for him to finally get the first podium of his career, this is the race to do it. But congrats to Pig there on getting pole. But a shocker with Public starting in P13. And he doesn't have a grid penalty. Oh, as TNE Hawk, the race winner. So hold on, folks. Let me get these screenshots. Gonna get some screenshots for these results. So give me just a minute, folks. But how about this for Pig? He is on pole again for the Monaco GP. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Sinister Owl going into turn 1 like he did in season 1. So hopefully his wheel works. As he said, it was a calibrating wheel issue for all of those. If you remember, for all those who were here for the season 1 race. Get the lobby made. And just letting you guys know that next week we are at the Belgian Grand Prix. We are going to Spa-Francorchamps, one of the best Alrighty, let's get this lobby made. But yes, next week we are at Spa, and then we finally have a break, folks. We will finally have a break. There will be no UDL F1 race over Easter weekend. So after next week, guys, we will be on our break. So after Spa. Alright, gonna get the invite sent out. Alrighty. Give me a second, folks, if you're dealing with the blue screen. Alright, trying to make sure the lobby invites. Making sure everybody has dual invites as well, in case if they lag out of the race that they can get back in, as that can be an issue at times. Give me a second, folks. If you're joining in on the blue screen, we're just trying to get the invites out to our drivers. Gonna make sure everybody gets into their cars. Public said 5 minutes, but yeah, to kind of give you guys a rundown on how everything has been going in the point standings. But yeah, so right now Pig has a 17-point lead on X Breezy in the Drivers' Championship. So He has a lead on X Breezy in the Drivers' Championship. He has 93 points, and X Breezy has 76 points. And then Publix is in third with 54 points. But get this, guys, the Constructors battle is heating up with the Red Bull team currently in the lead with 98 points. And then you have the Williams team, which is pretty much Pig, who has all 93 of those points. And AlphaTauri has 90 points. So literally the battle for the Constructors is literally 8 points between both teams. Alright. Trying to make sure we get everybody back in here. See Pig. Don't see Drew U here just yet. Where is Atronek? There's Hawk. Still waiting on X Breezy to get in here, or he's probably in here but not in his car. Trying to see, get Neck in here. Can X Breezy get into his car? We're still waiting on Publix and Kiwi, Bird King to get into their cars. Once they get into their cars, we can get this session going. Come on, guys, what are you doing? Bossman, there's Cowboy Kaz. Where's Kiwi? Publix. Alright, so X Breezy is into his car. There's Knack. Gunbuck, so if Publix get into a car, that will let me know that he's ready. Still waiting on Publix to get in here. So when Publix, where are you at? Alrighty, do we have everybody in here? We have KD, Hemi, Knack, X Breezy, TNT Hawk, Speed King. Alrighty. Let's get this grid made. So, Pig will be on pole for this race, with Gunbuck in second. Kiwi, Bird King in third. Speed King, how about that, dude? P4. As Speed King has had a lot of bad luck for him going on. He hasn't had the pace that he was quite showing from last year, but that is a great qualifying from him to get himself into P4. KD starting in P8. Welcome back, KD. We haven't seen you since the British Grand Prix. Dilsack in P9. Kill the Birdman in P10. TNT Hawk, P11. Which, yeah, the race winner from last year. And then the race winner at Spain starting in P12. So from P11 to P13, you have race winners TNT Hawk, Atronek, and Public starting from P11 to P13. That is going to be something to watch for. As we all know, this is one of the toughest places to pass. As there is Cowboy Kaz. So before I go tell these guys, everyone in the top 10 start on sops. Here we go. The boys have just gotten the call to ready up. Hold on, making sure the formation lap is on and damage and all that stuff. Gotta make sure all that stuff is on. Okay, good. All right. Alrighty, boys. This is the big one. Can Snipper Pig finally get the Monaco GP win that he has been wanting to get for the majority of his career? It has eluded him for so long. He's come in P2 here twice in his career. He has a Indy 500 win. Still has yet to get a Monaco GP win. He did win in the GTE class at Le Mans, but he did not win #1 overall at Le Mans, so he still needs to finish #1 overall. Still needs to finish #1 overall. I'm excited, folks. This is one of the best races on the calendar. Whew. I'm excited. This is going to be intense. But yeah, Pig starting in P2 and P1, and Gunbuck starting in P2, and Kiwi starting in P3. Alrighty, here we go. So, here we go, folks. Let's run you down the grid. Snapper Pig won it last week at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He will be starting in P1. Gunbuck starting in P2. Still does not have a single podium to his name in his career. Will that change today? Kiwi, who got beat out by Pig by 0.036 seconds at Azerbaijan, will be starting in P3. How about this from the McLarens with Speed King starting in P4. Hemi starting in P5 after getting P5 in last week's race. Karab will be starting in P6. X-Breezy, he has some controversial history here at the Monaco GP. He will be starting in P7. KD has missed the last 2 races, but he is back today, starting in P8. The Renaults, it will be a all-banana row 5 with the 2 Renaults of Dilsek and Killed the Birdman in P9 and P10. Tanny Hawk and Atranak in Publix. All 3 winners of different races starting in P11, P12, and P13. Bossman starting in P14 with the Haas. Young Vito starting in P15. Drew Yu, he has not scored a single point since the Monaco GP race of Season 3. He will be starting in P16. And Cowboy Kaz will be bringing it from the rear starting in P17. This is intense, folks. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Last year, T&E Hawk won this race. Here we go. The lights are on. And what Murray Walker used to say, go, 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 as the Monaco GP is underway, but Pig actually gets up to a good start, and he will hold the lead going into turn one. It's a pretty clean turn one so far. What a great shot of all of those cars. Doesn't look like anyone took any damage or anything, but Pig got up to a great start. Did not stall out or anything, but Drew Yu has a 5-second time penalty. I don't know what for, but TNE Hawk is all the way to the back. Don't know if he has damage to their cars, but you guys can see how slow it is up here into St. Deval. No heroics, please, into that corner, as Jeff would like to say, but Pig so far is the leader of lap 1 through 39. Let's see, is everybody going to be clean through this really hard turn? It is so easy to catch your rear tire out. Doesn't look like anybody is going to. TNE Hawk has massive damage on the right front wing of that car. He is definitely going to have to come in and pit to replace that wing. It is so tough here to drive with a damaged wing, especially with how narrow that this track is, as Pig will continue to hold the lead. It looks like Birdman will be going into the pit. It looks like Drew Yu will also be going into the pit, as well as we know that TNE Hawk will also be going into the pit, as it looks like multiple drivers are getting a new front wing change. But how about this? X Breezy already up to P6. Look like he does have damage to his car. He has damage to the right front wing of his, so that is going to be something to watch for, as he has Karab breathing down the neck of X Breezy here. As we all know, in the tunnel, this is one of the toughest parts of the track to be driving with a damaged wing, and just letting you guys know, this is one of, ooh, as it looks like Publix may have gone into the wall a bit. He did take some damage to the left front wing of his car, as he also goes into the wall again, gets a 3-second time penalty. But yeah, he is dealing with massive damage. He runs into the wall again, as he's going to have to go in and pit. Yeah, he's going to have to go in and pit. So will X Breezy as well. So both the Red Bulls on lap 1 and 2 have pitted for a new wing change, and one of the AlphaTauri cars, that is Publix, who is also in to change his front wing. Kiwi breathing down the neck of Gunbuck here. Pig is starting to get away just a little bit, almost close to 2 seconds on the guys behind him, as Gunbuck is going to try and do everything he can to stay within that battle. But how about this for Speed King, though, holding himself up pretty well up there into P4. He still does not have a penalty. He still does. He's gotten actually quite a few podiums of his career. Don't know if Monaco was one of those. We have a yellow. I believe that is the Ferrari of Atranak. It looked like. Don't know if he got loose, as he gets a little bit squirrely there. Ooh, as he's getting really loose. He's got some really hot tires, as those tires are so hard to drive on. But Pig so far out in the lead. It doesn't look like there's a curse for you. Hopefully I don't jinx it with the announcer's jinx, but so far holding himself up pretty well, as he has a 2.2 second lead over Gunbuck. As these guys know, this is one of the toughest places to pass on the whole entire calendar. There is not a lot of great over. Oh no, I believe that is Knack. He has gone into the pits. He is calling it a day. The Spanish Grand Prix winner has retired from the race. Don't know if he took a lot of damage on his car or not, but he is calling it a day, as he is our first retirement here at the Monaco Grand Prix. As Knack has left the session, it has not been the day for the Ferrari team, as it doesn't look like he will get in, as we do have another battle going on. As we know, TNE Hawk, I don't want to be disrespectful to Kill the Birdman here, but I would say that TNE Hawk, just on an overall level, has shown that he has a lot more pace than Kill the Birdman. as he's also on the soft tires, as Birdman is out there on the hard tires, so that is going to be something to watch for. Now we are on lap 5 as we have this really big group from P2 to P5, as Pig is now starting to come away with it. And it looks like Pig is getting a lot better at starts, so that is going to be something to watch out for. Don't know why there was probably for the car, the Ferrari is what I'm going to have to assume. So far so good, but how about this for the Hotses? They started in P15 and P17, and they are now currently up to P10 and P11, and Bossman started in P14 as he is now all the way up into P9. And how about this for the Mercedes? And an interesting thing to point out, KD does not have a single point to his name this whole entire year. He did have that DNF at the British Grand Prix. He did miss Spain and he missed Azerbaijan, but he is back today. He told me that he is not the best here, that it's just, I mean, pretty much from everyone, that this is just going to be a race to try and survive. But he is so far in a good spot to get himself some points, as he is right there in P7. As you can just see just how narrow this track is. It is just so hard to find any room to pass here at the Monaco GP, here in Monte Carlo. So any type of overtaking, ooh, it looks like Kiwi got a little bit loose coming out of that turn, as we have another retirement, and Publix has called it a day. Publix has called it a day, as he says, I am done with this. So the second DNF of the season for Publix, as he will not be getting any points to his name here at the Monaco Grand Prix, as that will not help out his Drivers' Championship. But his teammate, Gunbuck, currently sitting really well in P2. As there is a yellow, but that is the AI car of Publix here. We want to make sure that the AI car of Publix doesn't mess anything up for Pig here. Okay, good, but let's make sure that the AI car doesn't screw over his teammate. Where is the AI car? Oh, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Hopefully someone doesn't get caught out by it. Nope, they will not. So good job from the top 5. Did not get caught out by the AI car of Publix there. He was a retirement in this race. That could have been huge if one of those guys got stuck in that. Young Vicho is in the pits. Don't know if he took a new wing change or not, but he is into the pits to put on a new set of hard tires. But I have to imagine pitting this early on lap 7 that he at least had a wing change of some sort, but he's currently all the way back down to P14. Gunbuck holding nice and well through the swimming pool section. There you go. See what Kiwi can do here. I mean, as you guys can tell, I mean, he's almost wasted a lot of ERS. Gunbuck still has quite a lot of ERS left, as this track is just so hard to pass. As we have another yellow, is that X Breezy? Yes, X Breezy is into the wall. X Breezy is into the wall. Don't know if he has any damage to his car. Yes, he does. He has a left front wing that is completely out. Pretty much, if he wants to stay in this race, he's going to have to hope for a safety car of some sort. So for some of the top drivers in this league, especially he's just getting really loose, as he has now lost his wing. That wing is completely gone. I don't know. X Breezy might call it a day here. I think he will. It looks like I'm pretty sure he will, as he's going to have to take a new wing change, and it looks like X Breezy will not retire from this race, so he is going to stick it out. He's going to be lapped soon by X Breezy here. I mean, by Pig, so X Breezy will go a lap down. So Exprezi is now a lap down as he's going to have to hope for the safety car of some sort to try and get back into this race. But Gunbuck still holding nice and well into P2. Still does not have a single podium to his name. He wants to change that today. Will today be that day for him? Kiwi trying to get the third UDL F1 podium of his career. He got his first back at the Brazilian Grand Prix of Season 3, and he got one last week when he finished in P2. It looks like TNE Hawk is also into the pits, but it looks like we have a car. Don't know if that was Kill the Birdman or not, as TNE Hawk will also be taking a wing change as, wow, the Red Bull team, they are currently the leader in the constructors. As that lead today, it looks like it's going to go away with both of them all the way in the back in P14 and P15. Gunbuck still holding nice and well. Hemi's still sitting right there in P5 with Kiwi, P3, and Speed King in P4. But so far, so good. How about this for Gunbuck, though? He's had many times where he possibly could have gotten a possible podium finish to his name and still has not gotten it yet. As you can see, he's starting to feel the pressure. Ooh, did Speed King go into the wall? I don't know. It kind of looked like he got a little bit loose coming out of that turn. As Hemi will be the first one to pit. Where is Speed King? So Hemi will be the first one to pit out of the top 5. See if that strategy will help him out, but Kiwi breathing down the neck of Gunbuck here. Kiwi just needs some type of chance. He needs some type of mistake from Gunbuck here if he wants to get into P2, as Pig is just running away with it, but kind of going back. Cowboy Cause will be going into the pits. He will also be taking a wing change. Don't know if Dillsack also went in for a wing change or not, but they both went into the pits to get a new set of tires on, as Dillsack is on the medium tires. Go back up here. When will Pig pit? That is a good question. He still holds a huge lead over the rest of the guys. A 5.6 second lead. I believe that's Exprezi who is into the wall. He is facing backwards. Don't know what exactly is going on with Exprezi here. He's just having a tough day. If I'm him, I would just call it a day and retire in the pits. But while all of that was going on, King is into the pits. KD also pitted. Bossman is now into the pits as well. No wing change from them as Exprezi. Yeah, just a tough day for him as he's going to retire the car and call it a day. Hemi did get out in front of Speed King there. So Hemi has gained a spot from those pit stops. So Hemi has gotten himself out in front of Speed King there. As we know, when it was 1 through 5 before the pits, the Speed King was holding it down in P4, and Hemi was into P5. Alright, will Pig pit on this lap? Yes, he will. So Pig is into the pits, as we look like we do have a pass We have a lot going on here, guys, between P9 and P12. There's a lot going on, but the top three has all pitted. Pig is now into the pits. He's going on to a set of medium tires. I think Kiwi did get himself into the wall, as he will have to take a new wing. Gunbuck is okay. He will be coming out, as Hemi will get out in front. Will he get out in front of Gunbuck as well? Yes, he does! Hemi gets himself out in front to take P2 away from Gunbuck, but Gunbuck is still sitting nicely. King gets himself out in front of Kiwi, so King passes Kiwi into the pit, so that wing change was huge, as KD has also gotten himself out in front of Krab, who was just now coming out of the pits. Kind of go back to this battle. Okay, Birdman is now into the pits, but there's going to be a lot of moving going on between Bossman, Cowboy Kaz here, with Young Vicho starting to run away with it. Drew Yu is now into the pits. I think he's getting a wing change. Yeah, it looks like Birdman is taking another wing change. Is Drew Yu going to take another wing change as well? Horrible camera angle. It's not letting me know. TNE Hawk also getting a wing change. But Pig, so far so good. Nicely into P1. Hemi in P2. And Gunbuck in P3. As Kiwi is trying to chase down the other Canadian driver. These are the two Canadians in the league, along with Karab, as they are going to be battling out here soon for P4. So far so good from both of them. Well, looks like Syracuse beat West Virginia, so there goes Snapper Pigs. Final four pick to win it all, so sorry Snip, but hey, at least you can turn it around and win the Monaco GP. As Gunbuck is going to have two drivers in front of him, as both of them are getting the blue flag, as they're going to be a nice buffer for Pig here. TNE Hawk to try and do everything he can to get out in front of Drew Yu here. They are getting the blue flag. They are going to have to let Hemi pass here pretty soon. Ooh, as I don't know what happened there. Hopefully this doesn't hold Hemi up. As a good call from TNE Hawk there, as he will allow Hemi to go. Drew Yu pretty soon will have to allow Hemi to go as well. Doesn't look like Hemi's close enough just yet, but he is getting the blue flags to signal him to give the pass to Hemi. Go back to this battle for P4 between Speed King and Kiwi Bird King. As you can see, Kiwi does not have a lot of ERS. Is Hemi still dealing with the Williams of Drew Yu? Yes, he is. Drew Yu allows him to pass here. Yes, he will allow him to pass. So he does finally allow him to pass, but will that... Ooh, it looked like TNE Hawk was thinking about going for a move there. Not exactly sure, but that is a tough corner to pass in. Kiwi getting really close to Speed King now, as he wants to try to get a move on and get a pass for that P4 spot. But Hemi made a great call pitting one lap earlier than the rest of the guys, because Pig had a 5.6 second lead on Gunbuck and Kiwi, as Hemi pitted on lap 11, and the rest of the guys didn't pit until the next lap. So that was a great strategy call there from Hemi to at least get that gap down. Kiwi's just all over the McLaren. It's just so hard to pass. Literally, what you have to hope is for these guys to make a mistake to at least try to get some move. We still have a lot of laps left, 24 laps to go in this race. TNE Hawk looks like he does get around Drew Yu here for P13. So Drew Yu is still out of the points, as these two are still battling it out for the P4 spot. So far, so good. As we can see, Kiwi is just getting so close every single time. It's just so hard to find a pass here. As King gets a little bit loose. Oh, Kiwi is going to go for the move down the inside. Will Kiwi get the move done? Yes, he does. Kiwi amazingly gets a pass done here at Monaco to take P4 away from King. What a pass from the Canadian driver in the Racing Point team. That was a great move by Kiwi to get out in front and to take P4 away from Speed King, and it looks like Speed King was almost thinking about going for a move there. Kind of throws a dummy, but they do have the lap car of Drew Yu to deal with here. Will Drew Yu get out of the way? I'm sure he will. He has a massive train behind him. Will he get out of the way? Yes, he will. Drew Yu will let them go and not impede on their battle. This is a really good battle for P4. As we have a yellow, I think, is that TNE Hawk? I think TNE Hawk got caught out again. What a disastrous day it has been for the Red Bull team. TNE Hawk, who won this race last year. This has just not been his day, as he's having a tough time getting that car to turn, as he has massive damage. But how about this? Hemi currently right now in P2 with Gunbuck still in P3. We still have these two guys battling it out. Ooh, and it looks like Kiwi got into the wall just a little bit. Don't know if he took any damage on the car or not. It doesn't look like he did, but King has lost out on a lot of time to Kiwi there. Pig still has a very big lead in this race. It has gone his way as TNE Hawk just corner cuts that corner and says, I'm just trying to get back into the pits so I can retire this car. Looks like the Red Bull team will not be scoring any points today, as their points lead in the constructors is going to end today. They will not be getting any points. I think TNE Hawk is going to retire the car. Oh, yep, and he does. TNE Hawk. So this has not been the Red Bull's day, as they both have retired from the pits. How unfortunate for the Red Bull team, as it looks like their constructor points lead is going to come to an end, especially with the way that it's going with Pig in P1 and Gunbuck in P3. It looks like the Williams and AlphaTauri teams will pass the Red Bull teams. So Pig still holding a nice lead. He still has yet to win it here at the Monaco GP. Does not have a Monaco GP win to his name. Then you got Hemi, and only his second ever UDL F1 race start, racing very well. Could very well get his first podium of his career. He could have had a podium last week, but he reset it to track, which gave him a 5-place grid penalty that knocked him all the way down to P5. And Gunbuck, we know how close he has been. He has been oh so close to getting a podium to his name, but he still is looking for that first career podium. Can he get it today here at the Monaco Grand Prix, as we have 20 laps to go here in this race? As you can see, as Gunbuck is starting to get close to Hemi here, but I wouldn't force the issue, especially when it comes to getting the first ever podium of your career. Kiwi still in P4. Ooh, as he gets a little bit loose. He gets a little bit loose. I don't think he hit the wall. It looked like the back of his car did. I don't think the front of his car did, but he is A-okay and is still fine. As you can tell, he is almost running out of ERS. But the grid is starting to spread out a little bit here as 4 cars, as A Trinek was the first to retire, which was on lap 4. But so far, so good. But how about this for KD, though? Does not have a single points finish to his name. Did not get a points finish at Australia. As we know, at Great Britain, he DNF'd. He missed the Austrian GP. He's missed the Spanish Grand Prix, and he missed the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So in the other 2 races that he's been in, he's finished outside of the points. He did have that DNF where he got wrecked out through his own fault. I will say it was a very disastrous move on his part. Ooh, as it looks like he got really loose coming out of that turn. Did not get the best exit out of the chicane, as that might open the door for Karab here to try and get a move on and get up there into P6. It looks like KD is having a little bit of trouble coming out of those turns, as that might open the door here for Karab. But another thing to watch out for, Gunbuck is starting to close out on that gap. He now has that gap to underneath 2 seconds on Hemi. But Karab, will he go for a move here on KD? Nope, he will not. As Drew, you just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Doesn't look like Hemi has any damage on his car, but Gunbuck is on the younger 2-lap younger medium tires. But Gunbuck has been showing that he has some really good pace here around Monaco. Really good battle here for P6. Karab trying to get really close, but how about this? Gunbuck is pushing really well. Ooh, it looks like Karab kind of got into the back as KD is going to go into the pits. I have to remember, this is a 2-stop race, but Gunbuck starting to get close to the Mercedes of Hemi here. As Drew also gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. I think he just said, screw that turn, I'm just going to drive through it. Pig so far holding himself up pretty well here. As I believe that is the Haas of Young Vicho. He's starting to get really close to the Renault of Kill the Birdman. Be able to lap him here. Don't know when Pig will make his second stop, but I'm starting to think it will be pretty soon. How about Hemi here, though? Will he stop? And it looks like he will. So Hemi is into the pits, so Hemi will go into the pits. Gunbuck will take P2 for right now, but how about this? Kiwi has gone back in it too. So Kiwi, who just set a purple sector 3, has now gotten his gap to Gunbuck to at least 1.4 seconds. Trying to chase down the AlphaTauri of Gunbuck here, as he knows taking that wing damage and having to replace it. Let's see, as Hemi is coming back out, he will be on the medium tires. I have no idea what Drew is doing. I think he's just completely cutting that turn and just driving through it. Alright, let's see. Kiwi still trying to chase down Gunbuck here. As I'm sure Publix is starting to coach his teammate up a bit, because we know that Gunbuck has had a tendency to spin out at the worst times when he doesn't need to spin out. Pig still is not choosing to pit. But Kiwi's starting to get close. Starting to get really close now to the AlphaTauri of Gunbuck here. This will be quite the battle. But Gunbuck still holding it pretty well. Hasn't made any mistakes this race at all. So this is a great bounce back effort for Gunbuck here. Driving that number 98 AlphaTauri. So far, but what a day this has been for Pig. He has led from the word go, literally. As no one has been able to challenge him today, we know that he has not won a single Monaco Grand Prix. If he wins today, that will finally be 2 out of 3 for his triple crown. He still has yet to finish #1 overall at Le Mans. These two will not pit just yet. Will he go for a move? No, he's not close enough just yet. Kiwi's not exactly there. Gonna watch him come up the hill. Great camera shot. Love that camera shot. As you can also see, Hemi's starting to get really close to Karab here. So far, so good from these two. As Hemi just set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.4. But if I'm Hemi here, I would still wouldn't try to force the issue, even though we did see Kiwi pull off a very ambitious move to get himself back up into P4, battling it out with Speed King. Still going to wait and see, is Pig going to pit? Not sure if they're going to pit just yet. But Kiwi has lost out on some time. Don't know what exactly happened here. As we have a yellow. I think it's Speed. Yeah, Speed King got himself into the wall. I don't know what exactly happened, but Speed King, maybe coming out of the chicane, caught his back tire on the final chicane part as he spun himself. Go back to this battle for P5 between Karab and Hemi here. As Hemi is on the fresher medium tires. Is he gonna go for a move here? It doesn't look like he will. Looks like he's gonna stay out just fine. Because he's going to hold as we have a VSC. Drew Yu is out of this race. Going to try and see. Oh my gosh, that is a horrible. Oh my gosh. That car is done. That car is done. This could be huge, folks. Will Pig go into the pits here? No, Pig will not go into. Oh, and did Gunbuck get into the back of Drew Yu? It looked like he did as Kiwi makes contact with Gunbuck there. No! Gunbuck was having such a great race. Gunbuck was having such a great race, and it looks like it's all going to fall apart for him. As he takes a 5-second time penalty. No! As Kiwi and Gunbuck both took a 5-second time penalty. And how about this for the McLarens? They are now P2 and P3. Will Hemi go for a move on Karab here? Karab is holding himself pretty well. Karab, if you remember, got his first ever podium of his career back at the Australian Grand Prix, thanks to the wreck between Gunbuck and X-Breezy. But Kiwi and Gunbuck got into the wreck with the car of Drew Yu that was stationary on the track. How unfortunate for Gunbuck and Kiwi. They were running a great race, the both of them. as they were both doing a great job. I thought this was finally going to be the day for Gunbuck. An accident that's not exactly his fault. Wow. Heartbreaking, to say the least. But how about this for Speed King? All the way up now into P2. He has stayed out of trouble this whole entire race, as he is still holding himself. Ooh, and it looks like Karab got a little bit loose. Ooh, as Karab kind of shuts the door on Hemi there. Good defending there from the McLaren to hold that P2, to hold the P3 spot. So good job there from Karab. As we now have at least 11 laps to go. Where is Pig? Pig is still in command of this race. He has a 24-second lead over Speed King, as Karab and King decided not to pit. But this battle for the final podium spot between Karab and Hemi is going to shape out to be a good one between these two. Karab still holding himself pretty well. Hemi's trying to attack with here 10 laps to go in this race. Not exactly there for a move, but Kiwi Bird King just sets the fastest lap of the race. Hemi trying to look for any type of gap at all to get around the McLaren of Karab. Great braking from both of these drivers here. Karab is just trying to hold on desperately to hold on to that P3 spot, but that might open the door for Kiwi though, as Kiwi decided to go on the soft tires. He's going to catch up to the both of these drivers battling out for the final podium spot really soon. As you can tell with Kiwi on the soft tires, as we know that those tires can last 11 laps. Don't know how it drew you sitting stationary though, on how that did not get called an actual safety car. It got called a VSC, as we see Bossman going to the pits here for his drive-through penalty. So heartbreaking for Bossman, who was in the points. Not there yet, but Kiwi is starting to catch up. But another note, Cowboy Kaz is into the top 10, folks. Cowboy Kaz, not a driver that you would normally see in the points, has a chance to finally get his first career points today, as he is right there in P10. But Kiwi on those soft tires is starting to catch up to the back of Hemi and Karab. As yeah, he has so much more grip than the 18-old medium tires of Karab and the 7-lap-old medium tires of Hemi, who just pitted about 7 laps ago. But Kiwi knows that he is going to have to pick his spots, as this is such a hard track to pass at. But we did see him pull a spectacular move. Will Hemi go for a move? What a move from Hemi! What a move from Hemi! He gets a little bit loose coming out of the turn, and it looks like Karab gets a little bit loose, as that will allow Kiwi to get around. Gunbuck is going to chase, but it looks like Karab is going into the pits. Don't know if he took any wing damage or not, but on the 18-lap-old medium tires, you just know that they are just getting so worn out, as he is going to lose a lot of traction on those tires. Kiwi trying to get oh so close to Hemi here to try and take P3, as he is on the softer tires. But Gunbuck is now back into the battle for the final podium spot as well, so this is going to be something to watch for. King is just doing his own race. Don't worry about anything else, King. Just keep running your race, buddy. You are still doing fine right there in P2. But Hemi has two sharks right behind him with Kiwi and Gunbuck, who were both involved in that crash on lap 28 with the stationary car of Drew Yu, who was out of this race. But Kiwi is starting to lose out on some time on Hemi here, as that might open the door for Gunbuck. Hemi's starting to eat into the gap of Speed King. But we are back to the original P2 battle, but instead, yeah, no, we are back to the original P2 battle before the first set of pit stops between Kiwi and Gunbuck, where Kiwi was in P2 and Gunbuck was in P5. But Kiwi's starting to get back into the DRS of Hemi, though. Don't want to make a mistake here, as he is on those softer tires. Hemi just needs those soft tires to just be going out. Hemi holding it nice and well. Ooh, Gunbuck gets a little bit loose coming out of that turn, but Hemi's starting to catch up to the McLaren of Speed King, as Karab gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Doesn't look like he'll have to worry about that just yet, since Dilsack is 9 seconds behind. But Pig literally has led all 33 laps, about to lead for the 34th time today. And it looks like it's going to finally be his day, where he will finally get a Monaco GP win. He just doesn't need to make any mistake, and he is going to be fine. There is a good battle for the final point spot. Cowboy Cause, as we all know, hasn't done exactly the best in this league. He still has not had a single points finish in his career. He is trying to get that today. He needs to just continue running his race to get his first ever points finish. As Kill the Burn, man, is getting really, really close. But get this, Hemi is starting to catch the back of Speed King here, though, for P2. Here with at least 5 laps to go in this race. Let's see here. A beautiful shot of all 4 of those cars from P2 to P5. King is now feeling the pressure from behind, from the Mercedes of Hemi. Literally P2, P3, P4. He's all next to each other here in Saint Devout, with Pig just in his own little world. In P1, almost close to a 30-second lead, as he chose not to pit, as he chose to stay out, which was a great call from him. As we know him, he can manage those tires really well. But so far, so good. There's Gunbuck. There's him. I think Kiwi was lagging a little bit on my screen. That was his car. Oh man, it is going to come down to the wire, folks, with King on 24-lap-old medium tires, Hemi on 12-lap-old medium tires, Kiwi on 8-lap-old soft tires, and Gunbuck on 8-lap-old medium tires. Hemi is right there. Speed King trying to hold on to P2 with his life, as he is facing quite a challenge. Oh man, this is going to be so close between all 4 of these guys. So I can tell on the map. How about this? Cowboy Cause has gained 7 spots. So far, so good. 3 laps to go, folks, in this race. Pig still holds a huge lead. Still hold. He's almost close to 30 seconds. Ooh, and it looks like Hemi may have gotten himself into the wall. Don't know if he took any damage on his car or not. But as we know, with Kiwi on the softer tires, doesn't look like he's going to have just enough to possibly get a move with Gunbuck behind. But I gotta feel for Gunbuck, though, getting involved in a wreck with a stationary car on the track that was out of this race through no fault of his own, as he was pretty much guaranteed to get a P2 in this race. But King still holding it well. He is truly training all of these guys on what I gotta say is at least 25 lap old tires. And it looks like Pig is finally going to come around with 2 laps to go. We will go back to Pig here really soon, as there are now 2 laps left in this. Oh, did Kiwi get loose? He did! He got loose coming out of that turn. I think he hit his back tire as he just hit the wall, as Gunbuck is now back up into P4. So Kiwi makes a mistake and loses him out, as he now has damage on that car on the right front wing. Will Hemi go for a move here? They're going to go side by side. He was thinking about it, but he backs out. Good idea. You don't want to cause any wrecks here, but Kiwi, I have to think, is out of it now for the battle for the final podium spot. Hemi trying to look for any type of move at all. What will Hemi do here? Don't know if he's going to get there quite enough. It doesn't look like he will, as they are just driving so slow around that turn. But I know Gunbuck wants that P3. He wants that podium to his name. Still has yet to get it in his career. 1 lap to go, folks, here in the Monaco GP, as Pig has just now started the final lap of this race. Gonna be watching the maps here, try to see where Pig is. But this battle for P2 and P3 is heating up, as I know Gunbuck is gonna want to go for any type of move at all. Speed King is gonna try and hold these guys off as best as he can, going up the hill. Will Hemi go for a move here? I wouldn't do it. I would just stay behind. As Speed King trying to hold him off on those tires. Ooh, Hemi tried to go for a move, but it didn't work. But how about this Pig? He has finished P2 here twice. He has a Indy 500 win. He has never won it here at the Monaco GP. Coming around the last final time, as he will finally have 2 out of the 3 triple crown, as Pig is your Monaco GP winner. So congrats to Pig on getting his first ever Monaco Grand Prix win. Congrats, buddy. I know how much you have been wanting that. Going back to this battle for P2. Can King hold off Hemi? Can he do it? He's trying to. Oh, but Cowboy Kaz had a penalty. Did not know that. Oh, Hemi gets into the wall. What happened there from Hemi? Hemi got into the wall. Hemi got into the wall there. Don't know what exactly happened there. Gonna have to go back and look. But as it stands right now, King will take P2. Hemi will take P3. Kiwi P4. Gunbuck had a 5-second time penalty, but I don't know what for. I think it was from that wreck. Karab, major damage to his car. But how about this? KD gets some points to his name for the first time this year. So he will come across the line in P6. Karab will finish in P7. And Dilsack in P8. But Snipper Pig finally gets the first ever Monaco GP win of his career. Congrats to Pig on that. What a race. Literally no one could challenge him today. Great job to Snipper Pig on getting his first ever Monaco GP win. He has won at very many tracks. He also get his second race win in a row. As I gotta say, I believe that's the 4th win of Season 4 through 6 races. He has 4 wins now on the year. What a Monaco GP, folks. Gonna take a screenshot of the results. But yeah, what a finish that was, with Snipper Pig finally getting the first ever Monaco GP win of his career. King gets on the podium with a P2, Hemi in P3, Kiwi in P4, Gunbuck in P5. But if that's at least for the unserved penalty, yeah, the severe collision with Drew Yu and Kiwi, I'm sure we can have that removed for him, as that wasn't exactly his fault. But KD finally getting himself some points. Karab in P7, Dilsack in P8, Young Vicho in P9, and Kill the Birdman in P10. Cowboy Kaz, he had a chance to finally get the first points, but it was because of a speeding and pit lane penalty that did it. He had a speeding at pit lane that ruined his chance of possibly getting his first ever points finish today. Heartbreaking for him. So that was quite the race today, guys, for the United Drivers League, as Snipper Pig is your race winner. So, what a Monaco GP race. As that will do it for us today. Next week, Spa-Francorchamps. We are heading to Belgium, folks, and then we will have a break for Easter weekend. So that will do it for us today, guys. Pig is your winner, with Speed King getting P2 and Hemi getting P3. But most importantly, Pig finally gets a Monaco GP win to his name. Now he needs to get a #1 overall at Le Mans for him to get the Triple Crown. As that will do it for me today, guys. My name is Pecan36. Alright, guys, that will do it for me. So, I am out of here, folks. I have had a lot of fun. We are back here at Spa next week. I am Pecan36, your commentator, as that will do it for me. And we will wish you all a good luck and have a good rest of the night, folks, as we will see you back here next week at Spa.